good to be back.
I know, right?
And we're back.
We're back.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody to Where Is Our Mind, or Where's Our Mind. I am Daniel.
And I'm Claudia.
And yeah, we are here. We're back again. Hopefully you liked the last one we did. It was fun to do.
And if you don't, stick around for this one.
Yeah, this one's definitely going to be better.
Yeah, we
If
promise.
you thought the last one sucked, this one's going to suck more, but better suck.
Yeah, this is going to be like...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be up there.
So, how was your weekend? What'd you do last night?
Oh, man,
You've been
it's
talking
crazy.
to me about last night.
I know, yeah, it was crazy. I'm in this group text with my friends. My best friend turned 24. So
Ooh,
we were
Kobe year.
Yeah, Kobe year. We were celebrating her yesterday. We did dinner and everything at her family's house. And then we all went to the racetrack that's over by the Strip, the outdoor one.
Speed?
Yeah, Speed.
Yeah.
I'd never been there. It is beautiful.
Really?
That, like, scenery from there to the Strip, and then you have the airport right
Yeah, I
there.
didn't think about that, yeah.
That, like, music video status.
Oh.
Like, that background?
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm serious. It's really nice. So we went there, and let me just say right now, disclaimer, guys, I suck at driving. Any, like, a bicycle, a
Well, you're
tricycle.
from Portland, right?
Literally any, like, I suck at driving. You name it. Like, you don't want me in the steering? Yeah.
Noted.
No, like, it's a miracle that I passed my driver's test. I had to go back
How many
twice.
times? Twice?
Yeah.
Yeah, I beat you. I went back 4 times to take it.
And I couldn't parallel park to save my life. Still can't parallel park. So anyways, we went go-karting, and I got in trouble. Out of the whole group, I'm the one that got in trouble. They're like, stop riding the brakes. Every turn I was like...
What kind of car were you driving?
The little go-karts.
Oh, those.
And,
Okay.
But I was like pedal, gas, you know, like...
That's
both.
not how you drive a go-kart.
I know, but every turn I was like scared because, you know, I slow down at the turns.
You just live life to the edge. That's the whole point.
And everybody's like, just floor it. And I'm like, no. So I got stuck in the back with my friend's little sister.
Yeah.
And I was
Oh
like
my
driving
God.
behind her. But that was super fun. And then I knew that we had our filming in the morning. And I'm a grandma at heart. So we actually called it a night. And then,
Oh.
yeah, I know. We came back home like at 12. And I just got like a message in the group text. And it sounds like everybody got crazy.
Hey, those
Yeah,
are the best.
everybody got crazy. Which I'm glad because she wanted like these great memories.
Yeah.
So her and I have like our own stuff planned. So anyway,
That's great.
I had to cut it a little short.
How did they end up, though?
Yeah, apparently somebody smashed their finger
Ooh.
in a car door.
That sounds great.
Somebody barfed on somebody.
Beautiful.
There was cosmic bowling involved, and yeah, I don't know what else happened. I gotta catch
Cosmic
up.
bowling, a finger, and puke.
It sounds like a Hangover part like 4, right?
Vegas.
Vegas.
That's just Vegas.
Mhm.
Yeah, no,
What
What did
about
I
you this weekend?
my friend from Vancouver, Washington, which is close to Portland,
Right
she
there.
came into town, and so we just hang out,
Mhm.
had some Carl's Jr.,
Yum.
watched the Dodger game, talked. Pretty much it. Pretty chill night.
That sounds like a nice night.
Yeah,
More
yeah.
chill than mine.
Yeah, it ended kind of early too.
Yeah.
Just given that, you know.
We had a film, I know.
I'm very good at, like, when it comes to, like, I'm committed to something at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Being on time, being there
Exactly.
when we need to be,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. Like, if anybody knows me personally, you know I'm early and you hate it.
Yeah, we showed up here at Jordan's house at 8:40.
Oh, he hates it. He hates it. He's like, dude, why are you coming so early? I'm like, because I'm never late.
Exactly.
So,
so
like-
like, are you one of those people that, like, if they say 9, you'll be there like at
8:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely.
Pretty much.
Me too.
And then, like, they'll be like, you're just like weird waiting outside. Like, I'm like,
I'd rather be there on time.
on time, you know.
That is on time, right? 9 is not on time.
No.
8:30 is on time.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
how it is.
So yeah, no, I mean, lots of good stuff, lots of fun times, I guess, are on the way for you.
Mhm.
I hear changes are happening.
Yes, big changes are happening. For you guys that don't know, Lisa and I are relocating to Portland, which is
Aw.
my hometown. So I grew up there.
You'll fit right in with your driving.
I guess so. But you know what? The speed limit on their freeways is like, what is it, honey? How much is it?
55 tops?
55, yeah. It's like 55. And here everybody's like 65, but they go 85.
It sounds about right for Portland, a very slow and like mellow
Everybody's
life.
like, yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
get there.
vibes.
I'm gonna get to my hike.
With some Milky Chance on there.
It's raining. No worries. Oh, 5 hours of traffic. It's okay.
I couldn't stand it. I'd be the one speeding over there. I'd probably get stopped easily.
Yeah, you probably would.
Yeah.
I don't think you would. They'd be like, that guy's not from here.
He's not.
So
Yeah.
I don't. You know what? Actually, we got to go back this summer just to
Mhm.
visit family and everything, and I actually didn't feel like a Portland girl. Like I've
Wow.
always been like, I'm from Beaverton, which is like a small suburb of Portland. It's
Beaverton.
like saying, oh, I grew up on the east side or north side.
Sounds
of
like the
right?
most Portland city you can have.
Beaverton. Yeah, because
Beaverton.
beaver is like our national mascot,
the
basically.
most Portland thing you can do. Wow.
So I didn't feel like a Portland girl, which I felt kind of sad. I felt like, even look at me, look how I'm dressed. Like,
Oh, you're a total Vegas girl.
I
My
feel-
friend from Portland, I told her, like, you're dressed.
Oh, really?
We're going to go to mom. Like, we're giving you the Vegas look.
oh, you're gonna like
Give her
remodel-
the jeans, the Vans. Everybody wears Vans out here.
exactly.
And,
And
like, the flannel with a crop top.
exactly. You don't know what to wear.
The
Like,
Northtown girl.
yeah, I was a little sad. I was like, oh no, like, cause over there everybody's like, I feel like everybody's really down to earth and like a rain jacket, and you keep like these open toe sandals in your car,
Wow.
and like everything's organic, and you go to the farmer's market, and I miss that so much. Like I just miss home, you know,
Mhm.
like how we were talking about changes. Now that you bring it up, like, you know, kind of briefly touched on it last episode about how this pandemic really just made me realize a lot of things, and not bad things, all good things, you know,
hmm
but it just made me realize that I was kind of like, I think the word is dormant, like sleepy, like you're just like automatic, right?
Yeah, like
just
you're like
automatic.
on autopilot.
You're just on autopilot, and I didn't like feeling like that. I really missed home. It's always been my dream to go to school up there and
Mhm.
graduate from there. Like that was like my dream
Nice.
growing up, you know, and I actually just got accepted to Portland State
Yeah.
this last week, you know, and it's right in the middle of downtown, and I'm going to school for something that I love. Portland's a great city for what I want to do.
Which is
So I want to work with nonprofit organizations,
Nice.
so government nonprofit organizations. The vibe up there, you know, is for that. There's a really the vibe, I
the
guess.
vibe.
Like everybody
the
loves
vibe.
the vibe. Everybody loves to help everybody, and the homelessness issue up there is like a big thing. And yeah, it's a great university for that. You know, like how here in Las Vegas we have UNLV, and it's great for law and marketing and hospitality, right? Like this is the place to be if you want to do that. So I felt like Portland home, no better place than home, right? To be like that. I'm not gonna lie, I'm leaving on Saturday, and I'm a little like, you know, it's getting to me. Like last night I saw the Vegas skyline from the track, and I was like,
Yeah.
like damn, I was like, I've lived here 12 years, like part of middle school here, all through high school.
Now, let me ask you this. Like, obviously you don't ever want to think about that, but let's say, you know, it doesn't work out. Are you moving back?
Yeah, of course, 100%.
Okay.
Like, the plan is I want to do school up there. I want to be home for a little. I think, you know, sometimes it's good to try something new. Like, it is new for me because I haven't been an adult there, right?
Change the scenery.
Yeah, change of scenery, kind of just be around family. I have, like, not, like, a lot of family here. And just be home for a little, finish school. And then if life takes us back down here, we'll be back down here. Like, I don't hate Vegas. Everybody that talks to me, because I'm such, like, a Portland advocate, I'm like, Portland this and Portland that, and oh no, well in my state we do this
You
and we
just
do
hate
that.
Vegas. That's all you do.
I know, like I
Ugh.
just hate on Vegas all the time. I like suck, but it's so dry here and it's so hot and blah, blah, blah. But no, I think that you never like. That's me. That's what this pandemic has shown me. You never know where life is gonna take you, right?
Yeah.
You don't know what's gonna come next. You don't know what type of year you're gonna have, and if like I could end up getting a job here, you know, my life could bring me here. But I'm open. Like my life could take me to Texas. My life could take me to New York. My life could take me to Cali. Like that's my mentality towards life now. Before, I'm very much so a planner, very very much so like a planner, and I've been like, plan this, and this, and then this year. You had all these things planned, right? Like I'm sure you had things planned.
God.
I'd like to know what you thought this year was gonna be like for you.
Oh, I would be playing a lot of shows. I'd probably be traveling a little more, going to play shows too, you know?
Yeah.
That was the plan.
Mhm.
Like me and the team, we got together, like we're going to play shows, we're going to get connected with more people, this and that, and, you know, like that was it. And then as soon as we were about to land a show,
Really?
everything.
Where was that gonna be at?
We were looking at downtown, like little downtown spots.
That's awesome.
Do some stuff, opening for people. Like you were just offered up as openers for the moment, you know, because that's where I was at the time. But no, everything, you know. Usually, I'd be going to Life is Beautiful in September,
Mhm.
That didn't work out.
I've been there.
I was sad about that. I had tickets to go to concerts and stuff like that.
Really?
Like, I was going to go watch NF. I was going to go watch Post Malone.
Posty.
The last concert I went to was at Bunkhouse. It was White Reaper. It was this band that I like
I have
listening
to look into them.
Yeah, they're a little punky, little punk band
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But yeah, like, it was just like, everything I wanted to do. You know, I would have gone to a couple of Dodger games, wanted to go to some Knights games, and
Yeah, I know.
none of that was able to happen.
Nothing, right?
It didn't help that at the beginning of the year we lost Kobe.
Dude, don't even. You know that that morning we were in Cali. We went for the LA.
I was in California too.
Really?
I was in California too.
We were in Burbank.
Oh,
We were
wow.
right there.
I was on my way back to Vegas. I was like in Victorville when
Okay.
I found out.
And we were on our way to, what's that big thing on the top of the hill where you look at stars?
Oh, the observatory?
Yes.
Griffin? Yeah.
Yeah, we were on our way to the Griffith Observatory, and then we got there, but we were driving on the freeway
Mm-hmm.
when his accident was happening.
Oh, yeah.
And dude, kid you not, we couldn't see anything. Like, the fog was so low that morning. You know how Cali mornings are, right? You're from Cali, right?
Yeah.
It was so low that morning that it was like we couldn't see anything. So then when we got to the Griffith Observatory, we saw everybody like freaking out, kind of. Like, people's faces changed. Everybody was looking at their phones. So I went to my phone. Of course, first thing I see on Instagram.
Kobe's dad.
Kobe. And then you find out about his daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It was literally
You're a
one of the-
basketball fan, right?
I'm a huge Laker fan. My whole family is. We're Laker fans since birth. So, to think that a person that you grew up watching and provided happiness to your life through what he did is gone, and you're never gonna actually ever see him like in presence like that again, is crazy. And then added to that, putting yourself in the shoes of his wife,
Oh, man, that's devastating.
losing
I
his
can't even
daughter,
imagine. I can't.
losing
even
her
imagine.
daughter and husband
In one
when
day.
they just had a baby too.
Dude, that's terrible.
That literally, like, I was crying in the car with my mom. Me and my mom were crying in the back. She said, "I can't drive."
Even talking about this right now, like, that's like it's just.
It's sad. It's
yeah.
like,
And we started the year like that.
and that's literally like.
It was 24 days in.
Yeah, the
24,
joke. The
26.
joke is like 2020 began to suck as soon as Kobe died. Everything went downhill. I was like, you know what? There is a little bit of truth to that.
No, it is, yeah. It is, and I feel like it just got worse and worse. Not that long ago, Black Panther, we lost a hero.
Chadwick. Yeah.
Chadwick. Yeah.
A lot of changes this year. A lot of things like this year is about changes. It's just been
Changes, yeah.
everything that we thought we knew, everything that was normal for us at the time, it's not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We're not in this era where we can just go outside freely and get together with our friends. Now it's like,
Yeah.
you're feeling kind of sick, we're not hanging out. It's like, I used to hang out with people when I had a cold. Not to say you should do that, but I would, like, hang out, and I'd be, everybody would be okay, Like, if you got a cold, you got a cold, and it'd be like a joke. Ha, you got me sick.
Yeah, like
now it's like,
yeah, exactly.
ha, you got me sick, and I'm gonna die. And like, oh,
Like,
dang, I killed my friend. Oh.
Thanks for that. Oh, man.
Great. Like, I can't breathe. Thanks to you. I took your breath away.
That's
Yeah, so-
morbid jokes.
Morbid. Very morbid. Yeah, no.
What
it's-
changes of really come up for you this year? Like,
I think honestly, this has been the year where I've hung out with my family the most.
Wow.
Because, I mean, before I was just like, I would hang out when I'd see them, it'd be great, But it's like when you're like kind of forced to hanker down and just be together,
Exactly. Yeah.
things change. In that way, like, you start to get to know your family a little more. You start to see things in your mom and your dad and your brothers that you didn't see before because you were like always constantly moving. I was always, before all this, I was always a very I'm moving, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm still like that, but I also have more of an awareness as to what, making more time for family. And aside from that, just being more appreciative of life in general, like opportunities, people you meet.
Yeah.
More than ever, I believe that this is the wrong time to be in a grudge with somebody, or this the most horrible time to hold something against one another, because you just don't know what life can do,
Exactly. You don't know what's going to happen.
this year, actually, I've had a couple instances where she wasn't like a close friend, but she was an old friend that I went to middle school with. She took her life.
Oh my God.
Stuff like that. And it's just like, stuff like that gets you to think like, dude, I need to be there for the people I care about. I need to be there for the people that don't have anybody for them, you know? So it's like those kind of things. I think it's more of a mental change rather than a, you know, lifestyle change. Like it's more like
internal, right?
Internal, thinking about everything that you've done and everything you want to do. And how you want to
That's so
live
deep,
out.
guys. We're getting deep here. We're getting really deep.
Yeah, so how you want to live your life and how you want to be with people. I just want to love people and be around people and make sure I'm a light wherever I go. So it's like, it's kind of what
I feel like you are, though. I feel like you are a light. Like I said, ever since I've known you, always seen you with a smile on your face. And I know that not everybody always can do that, right? Because like I wear my emotions on my face. You know, like if I'm mad, I'm mad. If I'm sad, you're gonna know. If
planning this has showed me you wear your emotions on your face.
Yeah, like during our planning meeting, I was like, "That's not happening. No, that's a no go." And I just
tense.
It got intense between Jordan and I.
That was a fun day.
I feel like that day, like everything blew up, and I was like, "Oh God, what's gonna happen?" But no, I'm glad that we're doing this, and like I said, I feel like you're a light. I think just adding on to that, mentally for me, what changed, just hopping on that would be being present, because like you said, that you're always on the go. Man, I'm still on the go. Like we were just talking about this, right? I'm always on the go. I have literally every day planned out, right? And my dad passed away when I was like younger, and he always used to tell me, he's like, why are you setting your clothes out? Because I used to like to set my clothes out for school the next day, right? Just like what I was gonna wear, right? It's exciting, I guess, for middle school. You're little, whatever. And he'd be like, you don't know if you're gonna wake up.
Wow.
Like my dad was deep. He was very like deep like that.
That's
and I'm
very
like,
deep.
I'm like 5 years old, and I'm like,
what are you? I'm gonna die, Dad.
I'm like, what do you mean? But that's how like serious, like not serious. He was a goofball, but he was just very like profound, right? Like very profound thinker. Everything had meaning when he said something, and I'm like. So now, when I set out my clothes, like I set out my clothes for the gym. They say if you want to wake up for the gym, set out your clothes because it motivates you to go. And I do that, and I'm like, but we don't have that guaranteed. But we live our lives as if we have tomorrow guaranteed all the time, right?
Yeah.
And I'm such a big like advocate of you have to be present, you have to be in the moment, you have to be there for people. Meanwhile, I'm like running on automatic, running around like here, there, doing this, that all the time. And I wasn't present. And the world shutting down, right? Again, I kept going to work. Made me just realize that I need to be in the moment. Like if we're doing this, let me be here enjoying this. Let me not be thinking about what I got to do in 2 hours, right? Because then you're never there. You're never experiencing. You're never getting all of that, right? You're not taking all of that in. So that's something mentally that I really learned from this time that I'm so thankful for.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel that. Sorry, I spilled some water on me.
Oh, I was like, you're covered in fuzz. I get it.
No, I totally get that. It's just like. And I've told that to a couple friends too, like overthinkers. Like literally this pandemic was not good to overthinkers.
No.
I'll tell you, because that's literally you're thinking of every worst scenario you could think of and then going deep into those emotions, I've noticed, when you're an overthinker. And I'm not saying for me, because I'm not really that much of an overthinker. Like I'll think about things, but then I'm like, whatever, go.
Yeah, let it go.
But I've noticed that about overthinkers. I have tons of friends who are like that. They'll overthink everything. They're like, well, what if this doesn't get better? What if this and that? They're like, why are you thinking about the what ifs? The what ifs haven't happened. So it's kind of what you're saying. Like, live in the moment. It's okay. If something happens, live in that moment.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, if you live in the moment of things and you're present and you are aware of your situation going on, recognize that you can't change what's happened. It's already happened.
It's done.
You can't change it.
It's done.
So there you go. Accept it. Live with the cards you were dealt. Move on. Walk forward. That's all you can do.
You're right.
You know, and that's literally like, that's always been the way I live. It's like, I'm going to live my life to the fullest as much as I can. I'm going to try to always be good with people and be good with myself. Because if I constantly live in this rotation of overthinking, then not doing, then doing something, then overthinking about the thing that I did.
Yeah.
It's just so exhausting mentally. Like
It is. You go so. Trust me. I think that I am an overthinker. Like it's something just that I have to work on because you get into these holes, right, that you've dug for yourself because you thought about this scenario and that scenario.
Oh,
what
yeah.
if this and what if that and then what if this doesn't work out? And at some point you just have to jump, right? Like me
Yeah.
with this move. That's what it is. It's me jumping. Because like you said, what if I fail? Like that's crossed my mind so many times. What
but
if
it's like that you'll cross that bridge when you get there.
exactly? And that saying has always like irked me. I'm like, but I need to know what's on the other side of the bridge. Like I need to know, but it's not like that. You
It's
know,
not.
it's not like that. And
Yeah.
life keeps showing us that we don't know what's on the other side of the bridge.
You'll never
right?
know.
Yeah.
You'll never know what's going to happen next. It's like life is literally a guessing game where it'll just you can what's going to happen tomorrow and you guess this, but then life is like nope, this is
Yeah.
what's happening. Like
Exactly.
I told that to a friend yesterday. I was like, you know, if you keep thinking about it, you're just going to worry yourself more. You just do it, go, and you live with the moment. That's like all you can do. You can't stand here and think, oh, well, if I do this, I'm going to mess up or I'm going to fail. Like, nobody that's great in this life
Has not
waited.
failed. Yeah.
Like, they kept going and going and going and pushing and pushing and pushing until they got it right. Like, you know, if
Exactly.
they failed, you get up, try again. Like,
Yeah.
what's the worst that can happen?
I mean, I used to think failure, right? Like
Mhm.
that's the where our mind goes. Failure is the worst thing that can happen, but it's actually not. The worst thing that can happen is you not trying
And then living with regret.
and living with regret and wondering, right? Because then if you're an overthinker, you're like, what if I had done that? And then that's a whole other story.
That's another side.
That's another
This is
cycle
like
that you go
like
into.
overthinking is one of those things that we're now kind of bringing it back to like change. It's like
Mhm.
I feel like overthinking is one of those diseases to success
Mhm.
that people don't talk about too much.
No, they don't.
They're like, oh, like they'll talk about you got to have the drive, you have to have the capacity,
The
you just got to go.
determination.
But it's like, okay, well then there's an overthinker here, who that they're not thinking about the drive, the capacity. They're thinking about the
What
what
if?
if this, what if that. But it's like, what if you tried?
What if you just tried? Like this, like we
They
just...
never think that. Overthinkers
Yeah.
never think that. They'll be like, what if I tried?
Mhm.
And then it's like, well.
Stop, you're describing me like... like you're totally describing, putting me on the spot right now.
Yeah, like, you can't live like that being scared.
Mhm.
Because then at the end of the day, like, many people will be like, oh, I'm a strong-minded person. But are you? Because
You're not doing anything.
you're letting fear control the thing that
Mhm.
you want to do and not you controlling the fear,
Of course.
you know?
That's really good. I really like that.
So I
I
mean,
like that one.
as far as changes are concerned, is like that's one of the things that I feel a lot of things happen for a lot of people who are overthinkers. A lot of those changes start to come about because it's like you're there overthinking. And it's like, and these people don't want to think all the time, so they want to change that. They want to be more impulsive. So I've seen friends that used to be very
Mhm.
like, oh, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna live that. Like, I'm like, that's great. Like, you know, there's things that like this pandemic has brought good things. Has
It
changed.
has. No, it really has. Like, let's not be, what do you call it, pessimistic, right?
Yeah.
And say that this pandemic has been bad for everybody because it hasn't. Some
It hasn't.
people during this time have been the most motivated ever and they've started new businesses,
Mhm.
right? They're like making moves to be where they want to be at, like us, right? They're creating new work. This has been an
It's
amazing
forced
time.
them to. It's literally forced them
It's
to.
like, how can you just sit there and not put pen to paper and make it happen, right? Whether it's like a new song or whether it's just figuring yourself out, right?
Yeah.
Seeing what needs to change here because you had all this time with yourself. Luis and I, we always talk about how people are saying that they don't have time, right? They're always like, oh, I don't have time to start a new business. I don't have time for myself. I don't have time. And then a lot of people, sorry, let me get a break. There you go.
Mhm.
A lot of people are using that as an excuse, right? As a crutch. I gotta go to work. I gotta do this. Everybody got, I mean, not everybody, right? But a lot of people got stuck at home without working.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, here you go, buddy, right? There's no other way to put it bluntly. You have all this time. You're at home. What are you doing? What you got? How many months into this? What are we, like,
Sounds
8,
like my dad.
9, right? You know, like your dad?
My dad, okay, so a little backstory. My dad has not stopped working since he was 8 years old.
Oh.
This is the longest vacation he's had in years.
In his whole entire
and
life.
he loves every single minute of it. Like, literally, I'll get home, he's watching TV. I feel like I'm the parent. Like, I'm coming home to my kids just watching TV, you know?
Yeah.
So, like I said, there's some good changes out of this. I actually am kind of happy that my dad stopped working for a bit.
Yeah, he needed that. He deserved
like,
it.
I feel like he needed that break. Now he's going to work out. He's going to run. He's doing things that he didn't do before and stuff like that. So, I think that's just one of the things about this year in general. Is like, change isn't always bad.
No, it's not.
You
It's
know?
not bad.
I think to wrap it up, basically, like,
Yeah.
change is not bad.
We have to welcome it in many situations in our life, right? We have to see where it takes us. And I challenge you guys to definitely see what changes need to be made in your life. If a change happens to come up, try and reflect on it and see, like, just see it through, right? Like what we're saying, we don't know where it's going to take us, right? But maybe that could be the thing that gets you where you want to be. That could be the next step for you, right? A stepping stone.
Exactly. And, like, one thing I would say is, like, break the cycle. Whatever cycle you're caught up in, break it for, like, a good second. See what happens. You know? Go do something that you've never done before out of your routine.
Yeah.
And see where it takes you, because if you're closed-minded on a lot of things, you're never going to really discover things about yourself that are hidden. You know? I've noticed that. So...
Yeah.
I think that's just one of the best things that I've learned through this, is that if you don't try new things, if you're not open to change, if you're not open to being very free-flowing with life,
Yeah.
it's going to smack you in the face.
It's going to come back later. If you don't do it, it's going to come back later.
Yeah.
Some way, shape, or form.
Definitely. So this was a great talk.
This is a great talk. I
It was
like
awesome.
this one.
I hope
loved
you
it.
guys liked it too,
Yeah.
because you know we're having a great time doing this, and we hope that you guys are having a great time. We're just two young people living life to the fullest as much as we can.
Yeah.
And we're excited for what's ahead. Thank you guys so much for
Thanks
watching.
for being here. See you guys soon.
See you guys. Yes. We're out.